Imagine standing in front of a wall so old, its stones are scarred with wind and time. But look closer, those stones aren't just stacked. They're carved, etched with strange patterns, symbols that don't match any alphabet we know today. For centuries, people walked past them, thinking they were nothing more than decorations. But what if these stone walls were actually speaking? And what if the language they whispered is one humanity has completely forgotten? This is the mystery of civilizations that spoke through stone. And the further we dig into their messages, the stranger the story becomes. Think about it. Today, we read books, send texts, and carve our ideas into digital clouds. But in the ancient world, stone was the cloud. If you wanted your words to survive earthquakes, floods, and centuries of silence, you etched them into walls. And that's exactly what countless civilizations did. The Maya left glyphs across jungle temples. In Mesopotamia, the Sumerians pressed symbols into clay tablets. And in South America, cultures carved messages into vast rock faces, as if the mountain itself was their page. Some of these scripts we've cracked. Others, like the Indus Valley symbols, remain a puzzle no one can solve. Here's the twist: some archaeologists now believe there are walls around the world that carry languages we don't even recognize as writing. To us, they look like random scratches, spirals, or geometric shapes. But what if they're not random at all? Let me paint you a picture. In the ruins of a forgotten city in Turkey, known as Göbekli Tepe, there are towering stone pillars covered in strange carvings, foxes, vultures, abstract symbols. Mainstream archaeology says they're art. But some researchers suggest it could be an early form of language, a symbolic code left by people 12,000 years ago, long before writing was supposed to exist. If that's true, it rewrites human history. Writing didn't suddenly appear in Mesopotamia. It was whispered into stone long before, then forgotten, buried, waiting for us to notice. Now, here's where it gets really weird. Many of these forgotten languages seem to connect with the stars. In Peru, some walls are marked with lines that align perfectly with solstices. In Scotland, ancient stone circles are etched with cup and ring marks that appear to mirror constellations. Were these languages designed to record stories of the sky? Or were they messages meant to survive cosmic cycles, warnings about times when the heavens themselves would bring disaster? And here's the kicker: some of these same symbols, spirals, triangles, grids, turn up across continents. Carvings in Ireland look eerily similar to ones in New Mexico. Patterns in India resemble ones found in Bolivia. How could people oceans apart, thousands of years ago, be speaking the same stone language? Coincidence, or memory shared across a world we no longer understand? Let's pause here for a thought. What if our ancestors didn't just build walls to keep out enemies, but to keep in ideas? What if every wall was a sentence, every temple a library? Imagine walking into an ancient city and realizing the entire skyline was a book, and you just forgot how to read it. That's the mystery that keeps archaeologists awake at night. Because every time we decode one of these lost scripts, we uncover something shocking. Take the Rosetta Stone. For centuries, hieroglyphs were a mystery. People thought they were decorative pictures. But when scholars cracked the code in the 1800s, suddenly the walls of Egypt began to speak. Stories of kings, rituals, and even personal letters carved into tombs. What seemed like mute stone came alive with voices. So here's the chilling thought: how many other walls are still waiting to speak? Now, I want you to picture this. An archaeologist in the 1970s uncovers a stone tablet in Easter Island, covered in an unknown script called Rongorongo. No one has ever decoded it. The islanders say it holds the story of their ancestors, but the knowledge of how to read it vanished generations ago. It's like finding a USB drive with all of human memory, but no computer left to open it. And that's not the only one. The Indus Valley civilization left thousands of carved seals across modern-day India and Pakistan. They're covered in symbols, fish, animals, geometric marks. Some think it was a full written language. Others think it was something different, something beyond words as we know them. To this day, no one can read them. So here's the haunting question: did these civilizations vanish, Or are they still speaking to us, in a language we've forgotten how to hear? At this point, let's step back. Why does this matter? It's not just about archaeology. It's about memory. Every symbol, every carving, is a piece of human thought that someone cared enough to lock into stone. That's more permanent than paper, more durable than our digital cloud, which can vanish with a single power cut. And yet, stone, the most durable thing we know, has become silent. What if the walls around us aren't mute at all, but we're simply illiterate? Imagine walking down a ruined corridor and realizing the walls are screaming knowledge, but to your eyes they're blank. That's humanity's greatest blind spot. So let's end with a thought that might give you chills. Maybe one day, someone will finally crack the code of these forgotten languages. And when they do, we might not just read about kings or rituals. We might read warnings. Messages left not for their time, but for ours. What if ancient walls are speaking across millennia, telling us of floods, of cycles of destruction, of patterns that repeat? What if they were trying to warn the future, us, about what comes next? After all, if you knew something world-shattering, and you wanted it to survive 10,000 years, where would you put it? In a book? In the cloud? Or would you carve it into stone? So the next time you see an ancient wall covered in patterns, ask yourself, are you looking at art, or at a voice we no longer understand? Because somewhere out there, stone walls are still speaking. We just forgot how to listen. Backhand index pointing right. If you found yourself wondering what those walls might be saying, let me know in the comments. What do you think they were trying to tell us? And if you enjoy exploring mysteries like this, don't forget to tap like and subscribe. We've got even stranger stories of lost civilizations and ancient secrets coming soon, and trust me, you won't want to miss them.